Good afternoon, sexy boyfriends and girlfriends. My name is Alyssa, and today's video is going to be a two-parter series. I'm basically gonna be talking about two separate topics that have been bugging the shit out of me for this past week and a half. And I owe it all to a bunch of ignorant fucktwats who can't keep their noses out of other people's business. Well, the the first topic is going to be something that has been on my mind since basically the day I was born. So for those of you who haven't watched enough of my videos, you know that I'm basically what some black people might refer to as an Oreo or a coconut or a zebra if you want to go that far. Well, last night I was on Gossip, and there was this video of a black girl basically calling other black people out, and she was just asking why black people are allowed to be racist and stuff. Now, if you're one of those people that's gonna start some black power bullshit, then I suggest you get the fuck up off my... Then I suggest you click that little red X in the top right corner. Unless you're a Mac, then click the left circle in the top left corner. Because what I have to say will probably piss you off to no end. Thank you. Anyway, for those of you that are still here, I just want to say that this girl basically has been saying what I've been saying and wondering my whole life. All my life, I've just grown up around a bunch of black people who either have some vendetta against some white person who probably has no idea that they had no idea that they were alive, or they're just trying to hold on to whatever street cred they had left. I mean, when I talked to a bunch of my classmates and I asked them why they were so angry at white people, their responses usually consisted of slavery, racism, more slavery, and all that shit. And and how the white man is trying to keep us down, or some bullshit like that. I'm like, has it ever once occurred to you that maybe the white man maybe the white man did that to you so you could mentally remain a slave? You know? It's amazing that 4 centuries later, y'all are just basically doing what they knew you would do. Even from the bowels of hell, they still control your mind, and you refuse to pull yourself out of the trap that they set for you. And to answer the question, and I read a lot of comments on the Gossip page saying that the girl was a sellout and that she needs to be around some black people who will slap some sense into her. Like, what the fuck is that gonna prove? Obviously, this girl's mind is made up. Obviously, she's not gonna change her stance for a bunch of anonymous nobodies. And basically a bunch of other commenters were saying that to be a racist, you have to have some type of power over another group of people, which is something that black people haven't had since they were brought here against their will on slave ships and newsflash, you don't have to have power to hate. You don't have to have power to be hostile towards a race. You just have to be straight up hostile. Like, if you're just going to favor one race over another race, or just say derogatory comments, that's being racial. That's being racist. And as usual, I'm just stuttering like an idiot instead of speaking like the eloquent journalist that I'm supposed to be, but what the fuck ever. This is my personal channel. If you don't like my stuttering, you can just get the fuck off. There you go. And why in Lord Buddha's name are black people still bringing this shit up? I mean, how come we haven't heard a bunch of Native Americans going all batshit crazy whenever somebody threw out the phrase spear chucker or papoose or something? Huh? Why haven't we seen any Japanese ganging up on another white person or another person of another race, huh? Why haven't we seen Jews target a whole bunch of Germans because of the monstrosities involving gas chambers and shit? Know why? Because those groups of people I mentioned, they have enough integrity to pick their pieces up, establish themselves, and just move on. Yes, it was extremely horrible. Black people have endured a shitload of pain and torture and humiliation. But you know why? But you know what? Back in the early 1800s and 1900s, when racism against blacks was at its peak and steadily growing, those black people had enough courage and integrity to just keep going and moving forward, and they put their lives on the line so that we, the black people of today, could enjoy the freedoms that they busted their asses trying to give us. And that's how I choose to live my life. I'm just gonna go along, live my life, do whatever the hell I want, go wherever the hell I want, regardless of the social demographic, regardless of whether or not I'm the only black person there. You know why? Because the stuff I do, it's because I actually give a shit, I'm actually interested in, and not because I have some deep-rooted self-hate against my race or what the fuck ever. And I haven't experienced any. I've experienced very little racism, but I'd be stupid to say that it didn't exist, obviously. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say. So, leave your love, leave your hate, leave whatever. And that's all I have to say. Till next time, I'm Melissa Shell, and I'll see you in hell. Deuces.